Hi guys, we have completed uh, journal part of this illustration. Illustration number is 4. Journal is completed, and as it was mentioned earlier, we will uh, post all the journal entries present here into the cash book. The rule is very simple. There are only three elements we are associated with. Those three elements are discount, cash, and bank. So ledgers of these three elements are combined. Since these are three, so we have named this cash book as triple column cash book. So we will see if cash, bank, and discount is present in journal entries, we will pick only those entries. And for remaining, we will skip. Let's see, in first entry you have balance. In third entry you have sales. In next entry you have purchase. In next entry you have Farouk. All other names except cash, bank, and discount you will ignore and skip. Only these three elements would be posted in the cash book. Rule is very simple. If cash is debit, do debit it in the cash book. If bank is debit, do debit in the cash book. So rule is debit do debit and credit do credit. Hopefully you people have understood. Let's start. We are doing our first entry, which is 1a. There are two elements in this entry, but we are related with only one element, which is cash. Cash is debited 40,000. You will go to the debit side of the cash, will write 40,000 over here. Next step is to see the reference. If you are picking cash, you will see what is written on opposite side. Opposite side is to balance, and you will use this to balance as reference, will be written in particular column. Next step is to seek the date, which is 1a. Put date 1a over here. In this way, first entry has been posted. There was only one element, and that element has been posted. Entry 1a is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Why we are marking it? It's a simple thing. When there are so many entries, you can see that there are so many journal entries, it may be possible one entry can be repeated. When you will mark it, it means it has done and you won't be repeating it. Secondly, when there are large number of journal entries, one entry can be skipped. If you will mark it, it means you will be assuring yourself that entry has been posted into the ledger. So chance of skipping or chance of doubling or repeating will be minimized if you will mark that entry has been done. First entry is completed. Now let's see what in second entry is. We have two elements, bank and the balance, but only one element is associated with the cash book. Bank is debited with 30,000. Go to the debit side of the bank and write 30,000 over here. All right. Next step is to see the reference of this entry, which is balance. So you will write to balance over here as a referral. Date of this entry is 1b. So you will put 1b over here. Entry 1b is completed. Only one element was expected to be posted. We have posted 1b completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is 3. There are two elements in third entry, but we are associated with only one entry, that is cash. Cash is debited with 9,000. Go to the debit side of the cash and write 9,000. Simple rule is being followed. If cash is debit, do debit. If bank is debit, do debit. And same rule for the credit side. See the reference, and reference is to sale, which is written on the opposite side of cash. So referral is sales. You have written sales. Now date is 3. So you will mention date 3 over here. In third entry, only one element was present. You had posted entry 3 completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is 5. There are two elements, but we are associated with only one element, which is cash, and it is credited by 18,000. Go to the credit side of the cash and write 18,000. Now see the reference of this entry, which is purchase. You will write the name of purchase in particulars, but with an additional name of buy, additional word buy. Whatever you will write on the credit side in particular column, you will use the word buy as coefficient. Okay, let's see what date was. It is 5th of the month, you will write 5 over here. Entry has been completed. Only one element was needed to be posted and posted. Entry completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is 8A, where there are 3 elements, but only 2 elements we are associated with, cash and discount. So step by step we will see. Cash is debit with 19300. Write down 19300 on debit side. See the reference. What is written on the opposite side? Farooq. So you will write to Farooq over here. Now see the date, which is 8A. So mention date 8A over here. Half of the part of this entry has been completed. There were 2 items. Cash has been posted. Now discount. Discount is debited 300. Go to the debit side and write over here 300. This is option number 1, and repeat to Farooq and 8A over here. But since reference and date is same, you can use the same line and write the amount of discount, which is 300, on the same line, because of the fact that discounts reference and amount reference is same. Reference of cash and reference of discount is same, which is to Farooq. Date is same. In 8th entry you can see, for cash at opposite side Farooq is written, and for discount opposite side Farooq is written. For both cash and discount, reference is same. You may write both amounts in the same line with the same reference, with the same date. 8A, there were 2 elements. Both element has been posted. 8A is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Now we are doing 8B. There are 2 elements and both elements are associated with the cash book. So step by step we will do. First step is to see what bank is being done over here. Bank is debited. Amount is not mentioned over here. Let's see what 8B was saying. Okay, it's same entry. So what you are doing, you have received this check and same check is going out. Amount cannot be altered if the same check you are depositing into the bank, and the amount of check was 19,300. So you will write 19,300 here, and same amount would be written on debit side. As you know that debit and credit side are always equal. So here you have completed your entry. There are 2 elements in it and we are associated with both elements. First element is bank. Bank is debited with 19,300. Go to the debit side and write down 19,300 over debit side of the bank, and see the reference. What is written on opposite side? That is to cash. So you will write to cash in particulars. See the date, which is 8B. Mention date over here as 8B. Half part is completed. Bank is debited with 19,300. Okay, bank is debited with 19,300, and second part is cash. Cash is credited with 19,300. Go to the credit side of the cash and mention 19,300. Now see the reference here is bank. Bank is written on opposite side of the cash. That is why you are using it as a reference. Use a coefficient word by with it. Now look at the date, which is 8B. So put the date 8B over here. 8B was having 2 elements. First, you have debited your bank. Second, you have credited your cash. 8B, both elements are posted, completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is 11. There are 4 elements over here. We are associated with the 3 element. All of these 3 elements would be posted in the cash book because we are related with 3 accounts: cash, bank and discount. All 3 accounts are present in the single entry. Step by step we will do. First element is cash. Cash is credited 10,000. Go to the credit side of the cash and write down 10,000 over here. Okay, see the reference, which is Zulfikar. Now please try to understand. reference of cash, bank and discount is same, which is Zulfikar. So you will use similar reference for everything. You will write Zulfikar on credit side or in particular column with an additional word of by, write by Zulfikar. And now see the date, which is 11. You can put 11 over here. Next step is to see cash has been posted. Next step is bank. Bank is credited with 9400. Go to the credit side of bank and write down 9400. First option you can use next line and repeat by Zulfikar and date. But since date and reference is same, you can use the same line and write down amount of bank, which is 9400 over here. Okay, let's check it out. It was 9400. Okay, in this entry there were three elements. Two elements are already been posted. Next element is discount, which is credited 600. Go to the credit side of the discount and write down 600 over here. One option is to write 600 over here and write by Zulfikar and 11 again. Instead of 8 you can write 600 over here. Since reference of 600, 10,000 and 9400 is same, which is Zulfikar, so you can use the same line. Okay, hopefully you have understood. So all three amounts are written in the same line. Entry was 11. There were three elements are posted. Reference was same, date was same. You have posted in the similar line. Entry number 11 has been completed. Mark it as it has been done. Okay, come to next entry, which is 15. There are three elements, but we are associated with only two elements, cash and discount. So we'll do step by step. First step is to see cash, which is debited 9800. Go to the debit side and write down amount 9800. Now see its reference. What is written on opposite side? Kaleem. So you will write the name of Kaleem in particulars. Kaleem or Kareem? It is Kaleem. Okay. So amount of cash is 9800. You have posted and now date is 15. So you will mention date over here as 15. There were two elements in 15th entry, cash and discount. We have already posted cash. Now discount is debited with 200. You will go to the discount. You can write 200 over here, but since reference and date is same, so you can use the same line. You will write 200 as reference of this 200 is same Kaleem, date is same Kaleem. In 15th entry there were two elements, both are posted in the same line because reference was same. Entry has been completed, so you can mark it as it has been done. 15th entry completed. Now you are on 17th entry. There are three elements, but you are associated with only two elements, so you will do step by step. First step is to see cash, which is credited by 3900. Go to the credit side of cash and write down 3900 over here. Now you see the reference of 3900, which is Adnan. Adnan is written on opposite side of cash, so you will mention name of Adnan with an additional word of by over here. Now see the date, which is 17. Write down date 17 in date column. In this way half part of 17 has been completed. In 17 there were two parts. Cash is posted. Now discount is on credit side 100. So you may write 100 in the next line and repeat Adnan. But instead of it, you can use same line 100 as reference for 3900 and reference of 100 is same Adnan, date is same, which is 17. In 17 date, there were two elements. You have written both of these two elements in same line and giving the reference of Adnan. 17 entry has been completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is 20. There are three elements, but only two elements we are related with, cash and discount. So step by step you will do. First step is to see cash, which is debited 7800. Go to the debit side and write down 7800. Now see its reference. In opposite side Asim is being written, so you will write the reference of this entry by writing Asim in particulars using the name, using the word to Now see its date, which is 20. Put down date 20 in date column. It means in 20 there were two elements, and one element we have posted cash, second element is discount, which is 200. And you will go to the debit side of the discount. You may write 200 over here. You can repeat Asim and date. You can repeat. Instead of it, you will write 200 in discount column of the same line. As reference of 200 and 800 is same, so you can use the same line. 200 is posted on debit side. There were two element, cash and discount, written on the same line. Reference was same, Asim. Entry number 20 completed. Mark it as it has been done. Entry number 20, 7800 and 200 you have posted. All right, now next entry is 23. There are three elements in this entry, but we are associated with only two elements, cash and discount. So we'll do step by step. First step is to see cash, which is credited 7800. So go to the, 1 second, I will check the amount. Okay, I just checked the amounts are correct because same check has been endorsed to Akif. Here cash is credited with 7800. Go to the credit side of the cash and write down 7800 over here. All right, now see the reference of this entry. At opposite side Akif is being written, so just write down Akif's name as reference. Now see the date, which is 23. Put date over here, 23. Half of the entry has been completed. 23 was date, but I had put 22 perhaps. 23 is the date. In 23 there were two elements, cash is being posted. Now second step is to post discount, which is on credit side. Go to the credit side of the discount and write down 300. One step you can write over here. Second option is to write in the same line. As you know, the reference of 300 and 7800 is same, which is Akif. Date is same, 23, so you can use same line, and you have put 300 on the credit side. 23rd entry, there were two elements, cash and discount, both are posted in the same line. Reference is given Akif. 23rd entry has been completed. Mark it as it has been done. Now we are on 25th entry, where there are two elements, but only one element we are associated with is bank. Bank is being debited with 1000. Go to the debit side of the bank and write down 1000. Amount has been written. Now see the reference. As you can see that bank is debited. What is written on opposite side? It is interest. Just write down interest in particular as reference. Now see the date of this entry is 25. So put 25 over here. 25th entry was having only one element, which was bank. Bank has been posted. It means entry number 25 is completed. Mark it as it has been done. Next entry is 31. There are two elements, but only one element is associated with cash book. Bank is credited with 1400. Go to the credit side of the bank and write down 1400 over here. See the reference of this entry. What is written on the opposite side? Bank charges. So you will write bank charges over here. And now the date, last date is 31. Put the date here, 31. All right. 31 was having only one element, which was bank. Bank is credited. Entry 31 is completed. Mark it as it has been done. So we were having these many entries, and all entries are signaled green. It means all entries have been posted into the ledger. So this side has been completed. We have posted all entries step by step in cash book. So what is next step? We will do balancing of cash book. All right, balancing is very interesting step. You will follow according to instructions, and there are only 3 steps to complete our step of balancing. First step is what? You will balance cash side. There is debit side of cash, there is credit side of the cash. Step 1 is to calculate sum present on debit side of the cash column. I will take help from Excel, and you will sum up on calculator. Whatever is written on debit side of the cash book, start writing on calculator and sum all the amounts present on debit side of the cash book. Here you have got the sum present on debit side of the cash book, and repeat the same procedure for credit side. Sum all the amounts present on credit side of the cash book. On Excel, you will take the help of Excel. Do not give attention what I have written in the formula, since it's not the Excel lecture. It is basically just for taking help. So you have calculated the sum on the credit side. First step has been completed. What you have done, amount present on debit side, sum. Amount present on credit side, take sum. So sum of debit side is this and sum of credit side is this. Step 1 is completed. Now step 2, make comparison of both amount. Debit side is 85, credit side is 59. What does it mean? Take the larger side with your reference. Larger side is 85,900 and post, write down the same amount on total of debit side and write down same amount in total of credit side. Here your objection will come. You will say we can accept this fact that total of debit side was 8500 and you have written 8500 on debit side. But what is here? Total of credit side was 59 and we have posted 85,900. This is method of balancing. 2 steps have been completed and you have written larger total on the both sides. It means the total of this side was actually 5900. You have written 85,900. The next step is whatever the amount is less than 8500, you will post over here as a balance. And how would we know how much amount is less? You will subtract smaller total from the larger total. Larger total was 85,900 and you will subtract smaller total, and smaller total was 59,000. So here you have the balancing amount. And now when you will sum up all the amounts present on credit side of the cash column including the balance, you will get the same total, which is 85,900. The balance you have calculated, name it as by balance. In this way cash balance is completed. And students who are willing to understand it once again, who wants to repeat it, I'm repeating it for the bank. So please give attention again. Step number 1, take total of debit side of the bank. Step number 1 is take total of debit side of the bank column and write down sum in any rough place or place other than cash book. This is total of debit side. Repeat the procedure for the credit side. Here you will write the sum of all amounts SUM, sum of all the amounts present on credit side of the bank. This is credit side of the bank, and you will write on your calculator all amounts present on credit side of the bank column. Here you will get the sum of the credit side. What you have done? Total of debit side of the bank, total of the credit side of the bank. You have calculated the sum of both sides, debit side of the bank and its total, credit side of the bank and its total. Step number 2, make comparison of both amount. Debit side total is 50 and credit side total is 10. Now decide which is larger amount. Larger amount is 50,800. Write on total of debit side 50,300 and write the same larger total 50,300 on credit side as well. Here your objection will arrive. You will say total of credit side of the bank we have already calculated, and that is 10,800. Why 50,300 is written is basically the step to balance the ledger. What you have done, total of debit side, total of credit side, larger total was 50,000. You have written 50,300 on total of both sides. Now you will say credit side total was 10,800. What is balance? You will write the difference of amount of debit side and credit side so that it can be balanced. The lesser amount, the amount which is less than that of this total, you will calculate over here as a balance. And how would you calculate the lesser amount? You will subtract smaller total from the larger total. Larger total was 50,300 and you will subtract smaller total 10,800 from it. And here the second balance has been arrived, which is 39,500. These balances are the answer and would be given in the question. And perhaps you people have noticed that answers were mentioned in the question and somebody have seen. Anyways, this is your first answer, which is your cash balance. Let's check it out what is given in the cash balance. This was your illustration and answers were mentioned over here at upper side. First answer is 26,900, which is cash balance, and our answer is also 26,900. It means this is completed. Next answer is bank balance, which is 39,500, and you can see our second answer is 39,500, and here answer is also 39,500. It means all journal entries which we have made are correct, and all these journal entries when posted to the cash book are correct. That is why our answer is correct. Hopefully you people have understood what we have done. Just a quick review. We were given some number of transactions over here in the raw data form, and we have converted these transaction or raw data into usable information. And what we have done, we have generalized all these transactions, useful data, and this data is said to be useful. Why? Because of the fact that we have taken help of these journal entries in making cash book. Cash book is also a useful information. And what useful information we are getting? This is your cash balance. What does that mean? It is the difference of total of cash debit side and total of cash credit side. Total of cash debit side is showing how much cash you have received. Total of cash credit side is showing how much cash you have paid. It means the difference is how much cash is still present in your account. Difference of total cash received and cash paid is what? Cash in hand. So you have cash in hand 26,900, and this is also a useful information. Bank balance, what it is showing? Difference of total of debit side of bank and credit side of the bank. Debit side of the bank is showing how much amount is deposited. Credit side of the bank is showing how much amount we have withdrawn from the bank. Total amount deposited and total amount withdrawn. The difference would be amount still present in the bank account. So we have converted all raw data into usable information, cash in hand and bank balance present in your bank account. Hopefully you people have understood the criteria, the journal entry, the posting, the balancing. Even after this much time, if you have any query, you can directly contact, you can message, or you can text, you can comment over here, you can put your queries over here. I will be very glad to answer those queries. For the time being, permit me to go. We have solved illustration number 4. After a shorter period of time, we will meet again inshallah for the solution of any other question. Up till then, please take care of yourself, and I'm requesting you to pray for me as well. Hopefully we will meet again. Up till then, take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Allah.